afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, a host Imperial Dane, a master of propaganda. But off here's an exciting 1 vs 1 on Les Angeville between here SterlingArcher fighting for the Soviet Union for the glory of Comrade Stalin. Taking on the fight here for the 7th Rifle Corps, tasked with clearing out this series of villages somewhere in eastern or western Poland. Holding up here is Inchan fighting for the Reich für Deutschland. Fighting here for the 7th Panzer Division, tasked with rooting out the Russians, moving forwards and securing a vital junction further ahead alongside the road. We got by here dual pioneer start from Inchan, by both folks on the west here, so he's obviously sort of thinking about grabbing a large amount of territory right off the bat there on the west side, sort of really digging in, which of course is interesting in overall as the Wehrmacht in the south. I would recommend you sort of try and focus it, because in the east initially you can have much more trouble holding it, more easily get outflanked and all caught into a lot of trouble. You got Sterling him up with conscripts also doing some very aggressive sandbag users here, sort of preparing for enemy counterattacks. We got one pioneer rising straight through the field, while another sort of following up, securing territory. And meanwhile, we got Grenadier here arriving. Doctrines, by the way, I should of course not forget to mention, we got close air support, we got Spearhead and Elite Troops versus Shock Rifle, Guard Motor and Terror Tactics. Grenadiers on the way there, more conscripts, we got more sandbags here. Lots of sandbags, good lord. He's almost methodical. Almost as if Comrade Stalin himself was breathing down his neck, informing him that'd be a terrible place he'd be going to if he didn't do things properly. Points there being secured, point there being secured. No sign of barbed wire. I mean, he could, for example, try and prepare the battlefield a bit more to his advantage. A bit of barbed wire here would be good. Bit here, sort of slow down opponent movement, also force me to more specific kill zones. I think could do Inchan a bit of good. But there you go. 3 conscripts, 2 Grenadiers, 2 pioneers. Looks like he's actually stopping up though, Mr. Sterling. He's apparently expecting his opponent here to attack. Seems like Sterling here is of a more defensive mindset. Interesting enough. But good job here by laying down barbed wire to basically ensure that Inchan cannot make use of the sandbags there. First engagement, Grenadiers conscript was still 2.5 minutes almost before we actually saw sort of shots fired. At the same time, we got Inchan moving up here, but quickly stopped here by the Russians, occupying the house. Boldly, they declare that no fascist shell steps inside unless they're dead. We got an MG42 on the way here for Inchan, so adding in some Schweres MGs fighting the field. See, conscripts there popping down as but Kar-98K fire there tears into them. We got the MG42 there moving up. More sandbags here, and we got some pioneers moving a bit too close. In this case, though, the Jewish Kabanga there was not quite able to suppress the pioneers. We got 2 squadrons in there, quickly falls away their conscripts. Sheer force here, so allows Inchan to pull off victory. And right here, looks like he's pulling off a clever move here. He's moving behind Sterling's positions here. Again, Sterling seems a bit more defensive. He seems a bit worried here about Inchan, or maybe he's got some other strategy in mind. Either way, though, Inchan seems to be doing everything he can to throw a spanner in the works here.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Engineers are taking up the building. We see a flamethrower. There we go. There we go. At the same time, we are seeing be cut off with fuel. We also have to see conscripts then rushed away. So deal with this rude interruption by the Wehrmacht, by the Grenadiers being lit on fire. Meanwhile, we've got no take up there from Inchan, by the way. We got conscious sneak up, very nice move. Too bad, of course, with this, he basically revealed himself he was moving over there. So, of course, in this case, Inchan is able to sort of quickly stop. No! Oh dear, Inchan deduced incorrectly in this case. He made the wrong deduction based on what he saw there. He figured he'd come from here. Instead, he was not expecting that. Good job there. We've got more sandbags going up here against Sterling, though in this case, and displaying some good solid, practice in that regard. I mean, sandbags again can do a lot for you, and again on a map like Angeville in the right positions, it could do a lot, because we note here there's practically no other heavy cover in this entire area. So having sandbags here for someone can be a huge advantage for him. Huge. And same here, not exactly a lot of heavy cover, so again if we can get that and sort of basically with barbed wire even further deny to his opponent, SterlingArcher can do a lot of good there. Minor shootout here, or basically Heinz here taking off a few shots now and then. And we got, okay, so he's basically now doing it through this. He's apparently not quite eager to make a counterattack here versus Inchan, who's now laying down S-mines and telemines even. Oh, no, he cancels that, maybe he's realised he was being spotted there. Decide that might be pushing his luck a bit too far. No mines was here from Sterling so far. No further buildings. I mean, considering the sort of way he's been challenged here by Inchan apartments here, and he should consider some support weapons. More sandbags here in this case, though. I think he moved a bit too far, but he still managed to do well there, denying Inchan fuel. Gonna just bring up here versus SterlingArcher's conscripts. The MD-40 pinning too far away there. Conscripts are pinned down. There we go. Pioneers attacking the building. Flamethrowers apparently not able to sort of stop this storm of submachine guns, and they're going to do this with the mines for the rest of the Pioneers. The MP-40s continue to far away there most merrily. Minor success here though in the west. Inchan is now rather short on territory compared to SterlingArcher. They go another push up. The conscripts taking up positions. That is with the about pushing. They'll have to move further up. Further explosion there to conscript fire. In this case, they're moving up close here. I mean, I'm not entirely sure why Inchan is doing that. I mean, there we go. That was cheaper. Basically, Heinz there paid with his life for Inchan's. I'm not entirely sure what to describe that as. I suppose I could call it arrogance to be a bit more dramatic. Inchan's arrogance cost Heinz dearly, as he paid the price. But there we go. We got comes there being pushed away. Molotov catching the MD-42 there. Dieter bursting into flames, regretting that he had soaked himself in vodka earlier that day. And here we go now. This is actually pretty interesting. Inchan is rushing 43. Inchan is rushing. Now that is pretty rare. That is pretty rare. Well, we got guards mode here for Sterling, but a tier 3 rush. Maybe sort of doing it sort of based on the way he's sort of seen SterlingArcher do. Also the bit of a rush, but he's sort of been able to do it in return. But you know, pretty interesting nonetheless. Tier 3 rushes are a bit rarer at the moment, actually quite rare, but still they can be pulled off. You know what you're doing though. If we were to do it particularly versus the US, I generally sort of go for an encirclement, then catch up some stormtroopers with Pantrix, just in case I got caught with my lederhosen down. But in this case, Inchan seems pretty confident that's not going to be the case, but he's done what he can to actually make it harder for SterlingArcher to move about. But interesting enough, he's not laid down any Tellar mines, which I would say would be the higher priority. Oh, my apologies there. My apologies there for sounding like a wheezing bellows, but also fuel cache again. We're seeing here Inchan's now clearly got us ready again. It's a tier 3 rush. Sort of a bit of aggressive tactics as well, sort of trying to throw off his opponent off guard. Sterling on the other hand, slightly, you know, he's sort of trying to sort of take up the good position again. He's basically wants, you know, probably try and just drain his opponent out a bit, you know. He's got the 2 VPs. If he sort of digs in, probably, of course, he can bleed out, but he's not probably expecting being rushed here with a tier 3 rush. So there might be some sort of unfortunate situation. But again, Inchan is dutifully planning ahead here. That's good. I mean, that's displaying some good strategic foresight. So nicely done there by Inchan. That's definitely going to give him a fuel advantage over SterlingArcher. Meanwhile, we got Curtis on the left side. Mortar setting up here, the heavy mortar, 120mm mortar. A favourite of all sides and actually got encountered once they had it. Being on the receiving end, obviously, they didn't quite like it. But generally, I mean, the Finns, Germans, Hungarians, and I believe in the Romanians basically copied it outright and used it themselves. So, I mean, you know, it was a pretty solid design. In fact, for the Germans, it was sort of them basically reorganising all of their artillery to a larger extent. Light mortars were completely expired. 81mm mortars were previously actually heavy mortars for them were redesignated as mediums. And then heavy mortars, the 120mm, took over the role there. Which actually gave the Germans a lot more artillery overall. And the 120mm mortar was actually able to a certain extent also replace the light infantry guns the Germans actually had. So there were a lot of things there going on. MD-40 being pushed back by the conscripts. Got more grenadiers on the way. I mean, it is a surprising ultra light tier 1 he actually went with for a tier 3 rush. I mean, normally you'd see a light tier 1 for sort of a tier 2 rush, but tier 3 rush, that's pretty ballsy. That's pretty ballsy. I mean, it can work. It can work. But again, it does require some balls of Krupp steel. Of course, he's going to be a bit off there from getting any armor. He could try and sort of get a Stuga, and he's also gone for Spearhead, actually. I mean, of course, another option he would go for a Flak Panzer Rush. I mean, considering the sort of state of the game, and the stage, and how most players are going in against... Whoa, that was a terrible Molotov, Dimitri. Sorry, they dropped it. There you go, pushed away after that absolutely terrible Molotov throw.
something demolished?
Mine's being swept out there. Good by SterlingArcher. He's adding in no guards in from here, no angry men with PTRSs and DPs. We've got flamethrowers helping up the engineers with flamethrowers as well. Flamethrower duel. Fire being tossed across the fields. Neither side really hoping that it catches on fire. He's bringing up the coming fire for Pioneers, Grenadiers as well. Got a nice push here so far. Both sides seem moderately not too interested, sort of pushing in really towards the either side. There's sort of a bit of a slight stalemate to a certain extent. I mean, they are making pushes, but there's no real serious all-in. I mean, for example, SterlingArcher is sort of just poking and prodding. Overall, it's very defensive here. I mean, it's interesting to see because this is not something I've seen from SterlingArcher before. So, I mean, it's interesting, particularly from a Soviet player. It's even rare to see someone sort of take up a defensive approach like that. It strikes me as a bit peculiar. And of course, I have to see what Inchan goes for. He could go for the Sturmgeschütz. I mean, if you are rushing for this, I mean, to a certain extent, the Sturmgeschütz really could open. But of course, the Flak Panzer or Panther 4 could also work. But again, Flak Panzer right now, I think would do excellently. You also got some problem company up here, but interesting enough, no usage of it. I mean, considering he has gone for a more defensive play, you know, a Maxima 2 will do him excellently. Fuel catch could also be floating quite a bit on manpower there. So I'm not entirely sure yet what is going through SterlingArcher's head. His strategy seems overall less clear, whereas we're seeing a sort of nice aggressive play, but at the same time, you know, he's putting in good efforts to hold what he's got. And overall, his aggressive play is sort of more about trying to find out where SterlingArcher is and sort of exploiting that. And so far, he's been able to hit it both times because apparently SterlingArcher hasn't quite realised again this is a nice weak spot as well. Things not looking too good here for Grenadiers. Context winning out then the before 2, not quite having much luck to press. And there we go. We got the Flak Panzer on the way there, the Ostwind. Control mechanism moving in here. Needs to be careful. 4-6. Grenadiers holding up here. Interesting enough, he's not upgraded with a light machine gun. I mean, a light machine gun building in this could actually do quite a bit there, I think, for Inchan, but apparently not. And now we're seeing here SterlingArcher goes for tank group tank command again. He's flying manpower. Pardon me again, would really say fuel cans would have done him good. Of course, have to see how it actually works out. But now he's actually going for armor. A T-70 rush or a half-track rush would of course be a immediate choice, but of course we know if he does that he's going to be caught with his pants down as the Flak Panzer arrives. A T-3476 is obviously going to be the better choice here for SterlingArcher, but of course the question is, will he actually go for it? Because he will try and rush out anything to respond here to Inchan at the moment. So there you go, forced away again. But it is some pretty unusual play I'm seeing there from Sterling in terms of the overall aggression levels. Most players tend to be a lot more aggressive. Again, he must have sort of figured, you know, to some extent, got used to it. They can play aggressive defensively more, you know, on Eastern Angle, and to a certain extent, some players, if they can get away with just sort of digging in, they will go for it. Some players have to be forced screaming and kicking into more offensive play. Of course, in that regard, there's always something about play styles, but a defensive play style with the Sods is a lot more tricky. Of course, to that extent, the question is maybe SterlingArcher's got a bit of way too easy to go our way, though. He's been caught here, pants down severely. Flak Panzer tearing into the Hay Mortar crew, annihilated. Laying around the Hay Mortar, slaughtered. As if though they were sacrificed to some dark, mortar-shaped god. Flak Panzer then just tearing into the conscripts. That's definitely ruining Sterling's plans. We've got a mortar half-track up here providing light artillery support here for Inchan. Certainly making things move, but he's actually going to knock out the base defense here. So, I mean, if he really wants to attack in, I'll probably just say they lay down the smoke screen and charge in. But there we go. SterlingArcher's call out a field gun. He's also getting in a T-3476, but already here the field gun is getting outflanked. And now we've got Inchan here taking advantage of all the havoc, all the chaos there with this rather bolted base run from Flak Panzer there. Should have just pushed forward here through the territory there. Now we've got a smoke screen going down there, covering up the retreat. And an incendiary barrage! Catching the conscripts, lighting them on fire. Absolutely some vicious play there. And there you go, the assault continues up here. Grenadiers charging forwards, trampling across previously Soviet ground. And there we go, the T-3476 arrives here to try and halt this situation and turn it once more into the favour of the Soviet army. More Pioneers on the way there for Inchan to replace the ones lost. We've got the T-3476 advancing. In that regard, of course, we do see here maybe Inchan might himself thought a bit off guard. I mean, again, we can't clearly hear. And again, I'll just start up for the mid-game analysis at the same time to explain basically what happened here. Of course, Inchan is sort of really, reading along in the meta-game. And again, to a certain extent, a lot of serve players still favour just relying on Collins. SterlingArcher threw him off, but actually getting a tank. And of course, in that regard, now Inchan is caught with his leader hasn't down the angles just a bit. And again, that's where Stug would have been alright, because just in case, he would have something that could really deal with the T-34-76. Right now, he's not got anything he can really... I mean, unless SterlingArcher does something incredibly stupid and allows Inchan to basically sort of continue fire the flak panzer to the rear without the T-34-76 somehow being able to shoot back at the flak panzer, he might have a chance, but otherwise he's going to have to fall back because the T-34-76 has pretty much no obstacles. And that could allow SterlingArcher to push it aggressively, in particular with the field gun supporting it. So in that regard, Inchan is now in a bit of trouble again. He's made good progress, he's doing damage, he's taking territory, but again, he's now in trouble himself. So of course the question is, what can Inchan do? Because right here, he's got no other options. His best option is either to rush out a Stug, or to play it cool and wait for a Panda 4. I mean, the flak panzer could then sort of screen the Stug, allowing the Stug to get up some shots, and the T-34-76 tries to deal with the Stug again. Flak panzer sort of tries to draw away the attention somehow. That could work, though it would certainly be a bit risky, but it could work, and probably one of the options there for Inchan. Another basically trying to get down as many telemines as possible, draw it in, and that way sort of really slow things down. The things are certainly a bit sort of risky there for Inchan at the moment. But again, he's playing for the Panther 4 telemines will be necessary to sort of, at least slow things down. And of course, SterlingArcher is going to sort of take advantage of this as seriously as possible to sort of do as much damage and take back as much territory as possible from Inchan. Otherwise, for Inchan, I mean, he's got a bunch of options there besides the T-34-76. There's, of course, bearing down upon him, and of course a Stug would certainly be an option. Then he could add in another Stug, and then with the flak panzer he could actually do a lot of damage here to the infantry force. With his support weapons, the T-34-76 would also struggle quite a bit. And of course he's probably aware of he's going up against T-35s eventually, but again, that again, SterlingArcher has maybe committed a few, well, he has committed a few strategic mistakes, so to really take advantage of that, to sort of anything seriously now versus Inchan, who's still got a fuel cast, by the way, and he could easily add in another one. Or, considering he has gone for spearhead, ammunition cast to further take advantage of those parts of the doctrine could also work out quite well. So there are a few options there for Inchan. Another fuel cache again would be a nice idea. Panther 4 or some Stugs. And I suppose eventually he could throw in a Tiger just sort of finish things up and wrap them up unless SterlingArcher pulls off something clever. For SterlingArcher, again, a fuel cache really would do good, in particular around here, sort of minimise the amount of harassment Inchan can do versus him. I mean, a fuel cache in that regard and the call point can be a pretty good investment, and further require your opponent to sort of send in something more heavy to sort of cut you off. More mines in certain places would also do good, sort of maybe here and here to sort of catch up any infantry, for example here. Not the best position compared to, I mean, if you can, always try to sort of consider things as a choke point. I mean, choke points are good to mine because you're more likely to get something moving in there compared to, out here where there's a high likelihood of someone just walking about it. For example, this is a really good spot to mine, just like this is, and this, and this, and so on. So note there, but again, SterlingArcher really should consider fuel cache to sort of help with all the fuel issues he's having at the moment. Another field gun, considering he's also having a lot of fuel issues, would be good to sort of further solidify his anti-tank holdings. And a part of me, maybe a max would sort of help deal with infantry and sort of keep it back, would also do Sterling there a bit of good. Another option would be a half-track to provide him forward reinforcement, AA support, and of course just gunning down infantry in that regard. That could also be a good investment. In that regard, I mean, there are options here for SterlingArcher, but to a certain extent they are more limited at the moment than Inchan. Of course, they also rely a lot on getting a lot of damage out of their T-34-76, not recklessly, but still pushing forwards and pushing back Inchan as much as possible and trying to catch some of the units, like for example the mortar half-track or something else. At this point, SterlingArcher can't afford to just sit around and digging in. I mean, in that regard, again, it just seems like, he had this sort of idea, I'll play defensively for once, and again, he might have gotten away with it against other players, but clearly Inchan is having none of that. So, of course, in that regard, he's really being challenged here. And, of course, we'll have to see how SterlingArcher responds to said challenge. And now he's moving away the T-34-6. Looks like he's going to deal with the gun here ensconced. That also works. Almost got them. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That was a bit unfortunately handled there. He should just rush forward, trying to get as closer to the mortar and the tank. Instead, he's forced back. Though, of course, he can be quickly repaired, so that's a small relief. Looks like he's storming the western side. Here we got the MG42 there. Quickly summoning the engineers. Conscript also stopped out as well. Field gun could try and bombard it. So out that way. T-34 needs to stop to also be repaired. Keep that in mind. A moving tank cannot be repaired. And there you go. Quick round against the MG42. Flak Panther responds. Field gun up to support as well. Conscript taking heavy losses. That's the 30 high close shells tear into them. Conscripts need to get the hell out of there. And to tankmate the hits again, had he repaired his... And again here, now we see here SterlingArcher is clearly perhaps reacting a bit too rash for him. He should just have... If he'd prepared it up there, he could have hunted down that Flak Panther right now, he could have knocked it out. But again, because it kept moving about, couldn't just, you know, be patient enough to just get it fixed for it. A few bloody seconds, the Flak Panther gets away. So now you know, keeping calm at the right times is also important. Now he needs to get that T-3476 moving, but now he's not moving it. I mean, again, he can't afford to be defensive now. He needs to get aggressive. He needs to get offensive. Panzer IV there on the way for Inchan. Now that he's moving ahead there under fire from the T-3476. Minor losses there inflicted by the machine gun, actually. Good job there. Now that Panzer fires off just as he finished repair, but again, two defensive there. Getting off some good kills there. Halfway to Veteran C1. Grenadiers down to half. And forced away. T-34 again will need repairs. Panzer almost ready. He's going to need more than one field gun. Again, he's floating a lot of manpower. I'm not entirely sure what SterlingArcher is thinking with that. Got the Panzer arriving for Inchan. So now he's definitely got an arm advantage over SterlingArcher. Finding position almost wrecked. And T-3476 almost ready again. There we go. Panzer camp firing fear moving ahead. Pentiment machine gun going up. Barbed wire being shattered. They need to be careful to get too close to the conscripts. And there you go. T-3476 could flank. Will flank. Good, good. Nice hit there. If the field gun moved out as well, that would be good. Interesting enough, he does not pursue the Panzer IV. He does not try to get close until you know 100 down. I think again that's another missed opportunity there by Sterling. Got fighting here again. And again he pulls it back. It seems as for some reason here, compared to other games I've seen him with, he's being awfully a bit timid, a bit passive, a bit nervous, skittish. He's not quite eager to pursue or sort of punish or do some damage. Got more time again here. Comes they come under fire. Flak Panther tearing into their position. Almost swept into one as well. Goes down to fire. Almost swept into one. Engineers swept into 3. 12 kills. Getting victory points there. Flowing so much manpower. What is going through SterlingArcher's head here? There's their confirmed. Got T-34 rolling about. Pioneers charging forwards. SterlingArcher just needs to begin calling in stuff, getting some guards in. Another heavy mortar, getting some field guns. Just, you know, spend the bloody resources. Pioneers still wiped out by the looks of it. A harsh loss there too. Inchan, of course, quickly follows up with an incendiary barrage in return. Flak Panther getting some good damage. Panzer IV charging forwards. Pack 40 in the way, following up here for Inchan, so he's acted take back now, going for Lactic Mechanized Company, getting some anti-tank weapons himself, perhaps worried about something else. In there he goes, SterlingArcher finally begins calling in stuff. He got Guardian arriving, DP should quickly following up, so do with infantry, but really he should have had those out much sooner. And another field gun as well. Finally we've seen some proper action there from SterlingArcher. Like he's woken up from a vodka-induced haze.
Anti-tank gun has arrived.
Like the hangover finally ceased. Good.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
And we got air recons going in here from Inchan, quickly getting an appreciation of the battlefield and what SterlingArcher might be up to. Those hitting heavy losses, cut down by most of their guns. And T-34 finding there, we got almost wrapping up the entire unit. But again, we know he's very careful. He doesn't want to get hit by anything.
sector under attack.
Large German infantry push up here to deal with the conscripts again, digging in. We got the cannons moving up, we got the flak guns moving up. Field gun did not move up to support here, by the way. None of them are, in fact. None of the support weapons are there. We got the guardsmen in their position. No DPs, by the way. You really need to get them.
Don't give it a target. Under fire.
Guardsmen taking minor losses there. Field guns moving up. Rest of the force should also move up to support. Flak guns push away there. Damaged engine, by the way. Damaged engine, but nothing being done that should really finish it off. Inchan here with the slightly particular defensive line, mostly centered around the tanks. All the infantry basically being on the western front, pushing up there. Which are a bit the reverse things, you know. The tanks ought to be the offensive weapon, where the infantry sort of hold territory in the meanwhile. But there you go. There you go. Halfway towards 22. You really just push 40 with the field guns. Slowly push back Inchan. But again, SterlingArcher seems at least now building up some force for a proper assault, maybe. Guardsmen back at the base here. Instead, they're moving forwards right into the flak panzer. They're not entirely sure why. Oh, they got wiped. But again, he knew it was around there, so why would he send them in completely on their own? Field gun there firing off, getting off a good hit. Oh, mortar rounds almost wipes the entire Pioneer unit. The flamethrower tank bursts open, enveloping them. Incendiary barrels going off there, I think, to catch some units here. We also got a fragmentation bomb prepared. Field gun needs to move ahead. T-34 needs to move ahead. There you go. And it needs to move straight into the fire there. Machine guns tearing into them, coaxial and hull. Oh wait, I don't think it actually has a coaxial. Oh wait, they are taking losses. Panic, they're not coming fast with the field gun. This is 3. There's there taking hits from Molotovs, tanks, and there you go, the T-34 also taking quite a bit of damage here. Pack 40 joining in. Mortar fire needs to be laid down. Sadly, his mortar is too far removed to be much help. Of course, a precision strike might still work here. So we've got a regular barrage. No further offensive movement here. Sterling moves rather slow, and again, flooding manpower. Stop doing that. And I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I am not sure what's going on there.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
I mean, he doesn't have the, the fuel team just alarmed to wait for this. And there you go, he's getting a half track now, an interesting decision. An interesting decision, 19 barrels going off the field, gun needs to pull back. But in this case, it's too late as the oils burn through them.
The enemy has killed another infantry squad.
Well, it's flanking now from the T-3476. Shot misses. T-3476 forced away. Oh wait, he did have a flash. Anyway, silly me. There's getting pushed back. Half track almost done, and there we go. Should grab an entire package for increased anti-infantry. In fact, he's got so much munitions. But it seems like at this point, SterlingArcher is basically keeping his manpower in a holding pattern for the T-34. The problem is, he's still quite some time off before he can get the T-34, in which case, loading that much manpower is silly. He'd be better off getting up some fuel caches to speed up the fuel, if anything. Continuing ahead here. Time to gas that pack 40.
A squad of infantry has been killed. Death before retreat.
Losses inflicted here. Constantly fought, and now we've really got SterlingArcher pouring in. But again, he's swinging front here with the flag punch, which already has 25 kills. Do not take the Austrian lightly. It will tear your infantry apart there with a 37mm gun. And we got, oh, a fragmentation bombing run. Almost getting the air half track. But it seems to have shot something down. I think it actually shot down. Yes, it shot down the bombing aircraft, gaining veterancy 1 in the process. Talk about vengeance. Got a bit of AA fire there going in from the quart-mounted 50 caliber there. They did, by the way, have their own quart mount, actually with Maxims. Fun fact. But it will allow him to reinforce the half-tech, which of course will allow him to keep a much better field presence with him, though he needs to recruit the other one. Meanwhile, Inchan's getting close to be able to give him calling a Tiger if he wants to.
More conscripts at our disposal.
Little action here on the western flank, where basically Inchan's start again, but also doesn't really face much of a challenge. SterlingArcher's strategy is being so, well, show more and more holes in it.
Field gun standing by. Yes, Commander. Need something built? Waiting.
More constant way to replace all the losses. No guardsmen or anything, or say, maxims, or recruiting that field gun at the very least. There we go, comes to the core, and there we go, veteran 2, vastly increased rate of fire. And notably increased lethality.
Not let up. The enemy still has 300 points. The enemy is taking
And this
our
means 4,
territory.
4, 6, almost veteran 2. Probably should try and deal with all the advancing grenadiers here instead of hunting after that flak panther. You have to go out. Engineers need to get away. Oh no! There you go. Just moving off that flank first. There you go. Veteran 2, increased rate of fire, increased rate of fire. Pop smoke and blitzkrieg. There's a big cut part here. Almost got to tell you what. Got a panther forming hit. Field gun up, pointing in the right direction. Getting outflanked here. Need to turn it. Need to turn it. T-3476 needs to return. Tiger almost ready here for Inchan as well. Tiger. Getting the field gun there, recruit or reinforced here, even as he's trying to pull it back and get back there. Can he pull it off? He got light machine guns up fine here. Half track getting off some kills there as he tries his best to support. And there you go, T-34 arrives. Panther 4 might push back, and there you go, Tiger has been sent forth here. Schwere Panzerabteilung 502 delivers a Tiger tank to the front line. T-34 advances. Getting up some minor kills there. Field gun team more. He still has to recruit the other one. I mean, that's going to be more vital now, more than ever, with the Tiger arriving. There we go. Field gun up. Panther 4 almost down. Needs to be careful with the T-34 is also in front of the Pack 40. Oh dear. Poor judgment there, I think. T-34 still wiped. Had the other field gun just been recruited, he probably could have knocked it out anyways. Need to turn it, need to recruit that field gun. Half track needs to pull it away here. Tiger damage. Recruit the field gun, Get some men on that gun. Oh, there we go. Tiger hit front of 2 field guns. Even got marked vehicle on it, taking no chance. Even the field gun crew is burning. They're fighting nonetheless for the Soviet Union. Recruit the field gun again, recruit again. There we go. The half-track is giving now SterlingArcher a lot of durability. I mean, he's making able to launch the field guns much better. Tiger abandoned. We got the flag punch getting around there. Field gun wrecked. 36 kills in that flak panther. Field gun turning about here. Shield doing its best to absorb the punishing firepower of the flak panther. Recruit the Tiger. Got him knocked out. Almost got the flak panther, but SterlingArcher's almost gotten as well. He's almost got the resource with the T-35. He's abandoned the front. No, make up your mind, Sterling. Make up your mind. Veteran 2 on the AA half track. It's never quite going to have the same impact there as the flak panther. And there we go. Half track being caught. Panther comes back and charges forwards. Lights the half track up. That Christmas ornament of the disastrous kind. And there we go. At this point, SterlingArcher's pretty much broken. His arrow broken. Anyways. Panther 4 falling back, almost 52. Flak Panther almost 23.
You need something built? Your orders.
The sector is at risk.
Mortar after by also good amount of veterancy there. Another bit of aerial reconnaissance. So Inchan here taking no chance of his opponent. Panther 4 being up, Flak Panther being up as well. Conscript taking losses, and there we go, almost wiped the entire lot.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
And there we go, Schürzen up, and then the game ends. Well, at least you got some Schürzen before that. Anyways, game over here. And he's fighting some regards, but again, it's also a bit interesting the way Sterling played. I mean, it was very odd play from him. I mean, of course, we saw some attempt at sort of defensive play, but it rather lacked sort of, the foundation sort of really put off. He lacked a lot of support weapons. I mean, had he done that, he probably could have done a lot better. But overall, the problem was basically there also. I mean, Inchan just had a much stronger strategy. He had a much clearer strategy in that. And I think that's overall just what allowed Inchan to sort of keep up such great momentum. It probably also threw SterlingArcher off. I mean, good sort of opening. Fuel caches, rush tier 3. The flak panzer just charging in, and overall became one of the best units this match. I mean, he really did a lot of punishment there. SterlingArcher, good flanking, good aggressive play. I mean, SterlingArcher was repeatedly caught off guard. And if you saw the game then progress, SterlingArcher seemed to become more and more timid. He was a bit more and more unsure about what Inchan could do to him. And I think that also helped. I mean, he could probably be more aggressive, but maybe he was just worried about what Inchan could have had waiting for it. So, I mean, there are some things there to consider. I mean, Inchan, just like I said, also got a bit lucky here with Sterling. I mean, again, rushing that flank panzer, then getting hit by a T-34-6, and then he wasn't pushing that T-34-6. Was quite a bit of luck there for Inchan. I mean, other things could have looked a lot more grievous. I mean, Inchan got a bit lucky there in form of SterlingArcher's behaviour, and again, he was flooding too much, and he should have gotten fuel caches up. I mean, if you are really planning on T-35s after getting up some regular armor, get some fuel caches up. Generally, get some fuel caches up if you can. Never hurts if you do sort of just moderately correctly. So, I mean, overall, that certainly proved out to be good. And again, the flak panzer were just good play. Then the mortar afterwards was a nice little addition here for Inchan. And again, for SterlingArcher, again, there were some good ideas, but overall, the execution and the overall sort of strategy rather sort of limped together. And by the end of things, he just couldn't keep it up, and he was overall just crushed. I mean, the half-track was a good move. The problem was he just couldn't coordinate it all properly and get enough field and sort of focus on things. Again, had he done that again, he could have done better, but there you go. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope it gave you some ideas for matches. And again, tier 3 rush can be quite effective if you sort of can pull it off. In particular, the flak panzer against, as I might suggest, some Stooks. Otherwise, always keep in mind that if you are going to do for it, get some mines to go and circle and get some stormtroopers out. That can sort of, keep your bets a bit more hedged and a bit more secure. And otherwise, again, I'm not going to say don't try to play defense over the Soviets, but do put a bit more consideration here than what Sterling did. It's going to require a bit more than just barbed wire and sandbags. It's going to require some support weapons. Anyways, hopefully again it has inspired you to do some things. And if you did, feel free to subscribe to your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in me some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Inchan. Cheers, and thank you all for watching. Bye.